So, me and my friends and my sister, we were on the bus, and my mother dog came on the bus. So the dog was moving to the back, and we were all scared, so we were screaming. And then when everything calmed down, the racist man in front of us, he was just started screaming, but we didn't really understand what he was saying. So, but we knew he was like making fun of how Muslims talk. So then we were just like, that's a bit weird, odd. So we were just getting off the bus because it was our stop. So we were getting off, and while we were getting off, all I heard was the man scream to my Somali friend, "Oh, shut the F up, you fat N-word." And then my friend heard it, but when she heard it when she was off the bus, so she was just gonna go around and she was just gonna get off the bus and talk to the man through the window. But when we got off the bus, we saw the man. We saw a little boy, our friend. He was defending us, saying, "Why are you calling her that?" And because obviously it hurt him because he's black. So he said, "Why are you calling her that? That's racist." And then we saw this woman, she's about in her 40s. She was pushing and shoving the little boy to the back of the bus. So then and then we got on the bus because we didn't want the little boy to get hurt. So we went back on the bus to go to say, get off of him. So when we got back on the bus, we said, "Why are you touching him? Get off of him. You shouldn't be touching a little kid." And then that's when the lady and the man came to the front, and then they started shouting in our faces. And I got off the bus trying to get everyone off the bus, telling all my friends and everyone to get off the bus. And then my sister, because she was the oldest there, my sister was trying to make sure no one would get hurt. So my sister was trying to calm down, and my friend Halima, because she was crying because the man the man harassed her. So my sister was trying to calm her down, and then the lady was just screaming in my sister's face, saying, "Oh, look at your scarf. It makes me disgusted how you're wearing that," and stuff. But my sister wasn't my sister wasn't really listening to her. My sister was just trying to focus on my friend. So then the lady was just constantly screaming in my sister's face, and that's when I saw the lady punch my sister in her face. And my sister's head, and then the lady strangled my sister with her scarf and dragged her off the bus and was punching her rapidly. And us kids were trying to get her off of her, but the man was stopping us, pushing us away, letting the lady keep on hurting my sister. So then the lady got my sister down, the lady pushed my sister to the ground and strangled her and started punching her and sat on top of my sister. And then my sister was screaming, "I can't breathe," and stuff. And us kids, we couldn't get to them because the man was pushing us away and pushing us away from the act. And I was not near the man, so I ran to my sister, tried grabbing the lady off of her. And then that's when the man ran to me, grabbed me by my waist and pushed me onto the road. He threw me onto the road, and then everyone was just screaming, telling the woman to get off of my sister. And the man, when he threw me onto the road, the man kicked my sister on her neck. And then my sister was unconscious because she wasn't moving, so she was in and out of conscience. And then that's when I got off the road, I just saw the lady get off of my sister and walk away. So then there was people there, and they were running up to the couple, the man and the woman, saying, "You're staying here until the police comes," and just making sure they would stay here. And then I was in the room with my sister and my mom, telling them what happened. And then loads of people came trying to get the people to stay here. And some people were hitting, because the couple was hitting other people, so there was going to be another fight. But there was some adults at the scene where it happened, so they were trying to make sure no other fights would happen. And then eventually some of my cousins and my friends' cousins came and they just saw my sister screaming and crying. So then they came to us trying to calm us down, and then that's when my mum came, and then the police came, took the people away, and then that's when my mum came and my brother and my dad, and then they took us to the hospital because the police said take us to the hospital, and then yeah.
I remember it as well as she was mocking the hijab. Straight when she attacked me, she went straight for my hijab, and the man held my head down, and that's when she had a grip of my hijab, and she constantly used my hijab to injure me by strangling me and ragging it off.
How did it start? Did you say something to her? Or?
Oh, I didn't say anything mean or offensive towards her. She was saying offensive words towards me, mocking the hijab and mocking my race, even though I was born in this country. I'm a British citizen, and all we're just human.
What was she saying to you exactly into her words?
She was saying to me, why should I listen to you when you've got that disgusting hijab around your face? Makes me feel sick looking at you with that disgusting scarf around your face.
Were you at the centre of the action, or do you think she went specifically for you because you had a hijab on?
I think she went specific for me because the rest of the girls had a hijab on, but I was like helping Halima, the girl. I was helping the girl out. So she went straight for me because I was trying to get her out.
So how did you feel when the police let her off with a caution?
It made me feel like no one cares because of my religion. Because if I was a white person, this would have been more of a bigger deal. But because I wear a hijab and because I'm a Muslim, it gets treated so lightly, and it makes me feel sick how people can't even bear in mind, like they can't even think, even if she's a Muslim or not, everyone should be treated the same. Same goes for everyone.
And tell me about your injuries.
My injuries left me with a fractured cheekbone and a fractured eye socket, and for the past couple of days I couldn't be able to see properly because of the injuries that's happened inside my eyes, and I already wear glasses, so it's damaged my good eye, so everything I now see is blurry. And I have bruises all over my face and my neck, and I can't sleep properly. I've lost my appetite, I have breakdowns, and I cry, and it stresses me out because now I can't leave my house to get my education, to do my GCSEs, and to start my life up, but it's get on the way of everything of mine.
What do you want to get done? What do you want to see done?
I want them to be locked away for the crime they committed, because I was just trying to go home. I didn't want anything to happen, and they saw all this and took all her anger out on me, left me with marks and fractures and bruises all over my body, which I can't unsee for ages and ages. This is going to scar me for the rest of my life. All I wanted to do was go home, and all I want to do is get my education, which I can't get now because it's making me scared to leave my house. I can't even catch a bus going home from school without getting mocked because I've got a hijab on my face.
When you heard that the lady got off with a police caution, how did you feel?
I was really shocked and disgusted how a lady, she can get away with doing something so horrific and scary, because she has scared me and my sister. Like, my sister could have died because the lady was strangling my sister, and she just got away with a caution, and she could do it to anyone else, like any time. And it was just really scary, and I was really upset.
So you don't feel the police have treated this with the seriousness it deserves?
I don't think the police have treated it as well. I think the police just saw it as a minor thing and just didn't treat it as something so big. And yeah, I thought they treated the crime really poorly and stuff.
What do you want them to do?
I wanted them to either... I wanted the lady and the man to go to prison for a sentence, and us kids to be safe on buses, or like take it to court so they can be dealt with something, dealt with like a natural, with something that is fair, like them go to prison for a couple of years, and us children being safe on buses.
How do you feel about when you go out and about now?
I'm so scared, like I can't even walk down to my neighbour's house. It's so scary because I don't know who's out there, and it's just like scary how some people got away with doing something so bad and a criminal.
My name's ARSHAID BASHIR. I represent the family and having dealt with the most serious crimes in the country, I've appalled to hear that this outcome does not fit the crime. No right-minded person would have, having considered the facts, would have made such a decision and dealt with it this way. This is an assault on a child where derogatory language has been used. It is a racially aggravated assault. It is a hate crime. There was a serious harm to a child which was carried out due to her appearance. The CPS ought to have been consulted prior to any decision being made. Public duty requires that the perpetrator should be prosecuted.
What is going through the police's mind? Why did they make that decision in your view?
I honestly don't know. We are disgusted that the decision has been made. Such decision has been made because the outcome simply does not fit the crime which is being carried out. This is a child who, as you've heard, has stated that the female perpetrator mentioned the words, "Why should I listen to you when you have a hijab around your face? It looks disgusting." It's a hate crime. It's an attack on her due to her religion and her race. So I simply do not understand why such a decision has been made. There were on the day there was a bus driver. There were also other adults present on the bus, and what's alarming is that nobody came forward. We are living in a society where children ought to be protected. Nobody came forward to protect these children who are being attacked. And what's more, you can see from the video, whilst the child was being attacked by the female, the male was threatening the other children, asking that they back off, whilst this attack was continued by the female.
And you're launching some kind of campaign now. Tell me about that.
We're launching a campaign. We are trying to get much support as possible. We want a formal, immediate investigation, review of the investigation to be carried out by South Yorkshire Police, and I hope they do take this seriously.